What causes an individual to seize power? Confidence, dominance, a heavy physical appearance? All of these traits apply to power in different ways. However, the most important thing to perceive is that stronger power comes with a price: pain, guilt, responsibility, and weaknesses. Michael Jackson was a powerful individual, and all the qualities that were just listed apply to him, making him an unforgettable memory in history. He lived in a world of false rumors, addictions, and diseases, but despite these hardships, he left many legacies to current generations. The new genre of music, trends, and being of a remarkable role model to the population left him as an extraordinary character, the king of pop.
Michael Jackson was born on August 29, 1958 in Gary, Indiana. He stood as the lead vocalist of his family's successful group, the Jackson 5, as a child starting from 6 years old. Jackson 5 was a famous Motown group, which the songs had funky pop vibes. Later on, he proceeded as a solo artist who was rewarded with immense attention and massive popularity. His albums, Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad were #1 hits and gained astounding worldwide prosperity. Jackson left yet another legendary moment when he became the first artist to win 8 Grammys in one night at the 26th Annual Grammy Awards on February 28, 1984. The King of Pop's haul included Album of the Year for Thriller and Record of the Year for Beat It. Jackson is among the artists with the most Grammys won in the 80s with 11.
He is still known as an irreplaceable character in the music industry, and started his life as the Michael Jackson we know now, after he began his solo life. Michael Jackson fired his own father and founded a new guardian, Quincy Jones. He was a producer, jazz musician, band leader, and organizer. Jones created songs that had powerful beats with soft tunes laid over. With the joint effort, the album Off the Wall was created. The album captured most of Michael Jackson's mature and realistic musical side. It made an enormous hit, with a record of more than 5 million copies sold in 1985. Even though Michael Jackson was one of the most extensive African-American artists, during the 1980 Grammy Awards ceremony, he was recognized as the best male R&B vocalist. There were bigger expectations for him to win more awards. However, that was the one and only award he had received. The Doobie Brothers won for Record of the Year, and Billy Joel won Album of the Year. After the event, Michael Jackson was dumbfounded and declared that his next album would be the biggest. His words became true. The album included Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, and more. His album displayed the passion and creativity in music. The songs captured everyone's attention in both ways, visual performance and artistry. Also, Michael Jackson based off his real-life situations and messages into songs.
가지고 있는 레코드가 너무 많기 때문에 제가 감히 뭐 특정 부분이 마이클 잭슨 인생에서 가장 위대한 일이다라고 얘기하는 건 너무 조심스러운 것 같고요. 1980년대에 그가 세운 많은 레코드들 중에서 오히려 역으로 지금 오히려 마이클 잭슨의 살아생전에 공연을 접하지 못하신 여러분들이 보고 이거는 정말 대단한 레코드다라는 거를 하나 선정해 보시는 게 더 좋지 않을까 싶어요. 음반 판매량도 그렇고 아니면은.
Before moving on to more fulfillments about Jackson, some general information about the Super Bowl halftime show is that it was and still is one of the biggest events that are held during the year. Massive companies such as Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and more pay in excess of $5 million just for a 30-second advertisement. This display was originally an opportunity for college marching bands to strut their drums and blow their trumpets. However, it was Michael Jackson's legendary performance at 27th Super Bowl that started the tradition we see now with one megastar, flashing lights, and lots of confetti. During his Bad World Tour, Jackson smashed Guinness World Records when 504,400 fans packed Wembley Stadium for each of the 7 sold-out shows, and the tour earned $125 million. He invited underprivileged children to these shows and donated to numerous charities. Michael Jackson became the first to have 2 stars in the same category on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the first star being one from his career as a member of the Jackson 5. Another one of his achievements was when he and Lionel Richie wrote the song We Are the World in 1985 in order to help the needy in Africa and the US. Almost 20 million copies of the song were sold, making it one of the best-selling singles of all time. The project raised millions and was all donated to poverty. The song was later on re-recorded by 25 singers in 2010 to support the tragic earthquake that happened in Haiti. The singers consisted of Miley Cyrus, Justin Bieber, Pink, the Jonas Brothers, and more. Michael Jackson was also invited to the White House to receive recognition from President Ronald Reagan himself for his support of drug and alcohol abuse charities. However, everyone has a dark side of them they don't desire, and Michael Jackson was not an exception.
Michael Jackson's childhood was different from other children. There was a rumor that the Jackson 5 was created due to Joe Jackson's greed. He found that his sons were talented in music, especially Michael Jackson. He decided to put Michael at the center and lead the group to success. As they gained more fame, Joe Jackson became more ambitious about leading the career. He forced his sons to practice until it seemed perfect for him. Whenever they made a small mistake, he physically abused them with his belt.
You just said that you would practice the dance steps and your father would be holding a belt in his hand. Is that what you just said?
Yes. And he would tear you up if you missed. And so not only were we practicing, we were nervous rehearsing because he sat in the chair.
Due to this, Michael Jackson created an amusement park called the Neverland Ranch for the children to play whom he loves.
In 1993, Michael Jackson was accused of sexually assaulting Jordan Chandler, Evan Chandler's son, by inviting him to the Neverland Ranch. Evan Chandler sued him and wanted a settlement after having the press conference. Michael immediately claimed that he was innocent, but this didn't lessen the tension. Later on, he decided to pay $20 million in settlements and civil deals. Despite his efforts to make the situation better, it became worse. People criticized him for trying to cover up the sins by money. He didn't want this to happen, and he even refused to make an agreement several times. Jackson went through an extremely hard time dealing with pain and hypnotic drug addiction caused by severe stress. Even though Michael paid the money, he didn't acknowledge his actions. The issue settled down with the announcement from the Santa Barbara Prosecutor's Office that Michael is dismissed due to no accurate evidence able to be found.
Michael Jackson stated that he had vitiligo, which was addressed during an interview with Oprah in 1993. Vitiligo is a skin condition in which white blotches start to appear due to patches of his skin losing its pigment. He said that his skin started to change sometime after Thriller, which was released in 1982. He was about 24 years old when he was diagnosed, and it had progressed for about 10 years at the point of the interview. Being one of the most famous people on earth for dancing, singing, performing, and having outstanding music videos, this disease left Jackson humiliated and scared. January 27, 1984, was the beginning of the end for Michael Jackson, referring to the day he suffered third-degree burns on his scalp while filming a Pepsi commercial. The singer was in such pain that he took many different types of strong drugs and medicine, and during his subsequent scalp treatments, large amounts of Demerol, all of which kick-started decades of dependence on narcotics.
남아있으면 같이 늙어가는 분들에게는 추억을 안겨줄 거고 새로 성장해가는 많은 뮤지션과 이제 음악을 사랑하는 사람들한테는 영감을 주는 선구자적인 분으로 남으셨을 수 있을 텐데, 그리고 무엇보다 지금 이렇게 세계 평화에 또 앞장섰던 분인데 이처럼 남북 관계가 평화의 모드로 이어질 때는 또 그도 좋은 세계적인 보이스를 내면서 또 평화 운동에 앞장서주지 않았을까라고 생각이 돼서요. 더 전 세계 팝 음악에 큰 족적을 남겨주길 바랬는데 너무 일찍 세상을 떠나서 아쉽습니다.